Good afternoon, it's Pat Walker, Mission Winners, doing a trading coaching video on the ETFs. You can say, Pat, why do you look at the ETFs? First off, we don't have a lot of time. We don't waste time. So we do things that will help us make better decisions. Here's a fact for you. The vast majority of a stock price's movement is related to the industry and the sector that it's in. If it's a lagging sector, the potential of the stock making a good move is dramatically diminished. If it is in a leading group or sector, the potential to make profits is dramatically improved. So why don't we look at the leading groups? One of the best ways to do it and easiest ways to do it, and we can all do this, is just simply look at the ETFs. What's good, what's bad? So here we go. Here's biotechnology. This is a daily chart, all right? And it's below the falling 50-day. There's not a lot of power here. There's nothing really to do with it. Here's the next one. Cloud computing, picking up a little bit. It's below the falling 50-day. There's no leadership here. There hasn't been for a while. Look at this. I mean, it peaked out here last November, and that's pretty much all she wrote. There's nothing happening with it. I said, well, this might be the bottom. I don't want to play the might game. You know what I like doing? I like looking for strength because strength begets strength. That's it. Coming out of a clean and simple base when it's not extended. That's how money is made. So let's continue onward, shall we? So cloud computing, nothing special. Electric vehicles, all right, picking up a little bit, not too bad. Has a higher low, could form a cup with a handle here, all right? And again, potential, it's below the 200-day. Watch it. It's not in a leadership position. You look at it here, watch this. Oh, wow, it was pretty good back here in October. Oh, yeah, it was. How about here? Yeah, back here, this was when we wrapped up in Tesla and NEO. Look at that. Isn't that nice? You know what I call that? Sweet potato pie. And you look at it now, nothing really special. Here we go. Dow Jones Internet. Nothing happening here, folks. It's below the moving averages. Internet, be careful with it, okay? IBD 50, picking up a little bit here, showing a little bit of life. Had a higher low, tremendous amount of overhead, but maybe it's starting to turn a corner. Note this, on Friday, by the way, which was a rather sloppy day, it closed at the highs for the day on a pickup in volume. Volume was not heavy, but it was a pickup. Could potentially be signaling that the IBD 50, which are quality growth stocks, there's potential there. All right. I'm not saying there is. I said potential. But you can't argue with the charts. The charts are what they are. That's it. Gold. Gold miners. Kind of lifted up on a pickup in volume. It's below the 200-day. You know, not a lot of power here. But there are some tops here. Nothing super exciting. Gold gap down on Friday. Nothing great here. I'll make this chart a little bit bigger so you can see this. How's that? There you go. Just to help. Biotechnology, another biotechnology ETF. You got anything special happening here? Not really. Fell on fairly heavy volume 4 days ago, so there's not a lot of power there. Online retail. What do you see? Well, it's picked up a little bit here on Thursday, fell again. It's below the moving average. I mean, it's below the falling 50-day. Maybe it'll start to lift. Okay, maybe it's going to form a little handle here, but it's been lagging. North American technology started to pick up this week. Look at this. That's nice. Approaching the falling 50-day. But what does it tell you? And what was it telling us back here and here? Hey, technology's picking up a little bit. There you go. That's why we're involved in a few things. Medicine going sideways below all the moving averages, all right? Needs to get over 55 with volume. A lot of these charts just don't look good, folks, all right? I just say this. Mid-cap, lagging, nothing really special here. Resistance at the falling 50-day. Home construction was really strong, really good last year. Look at that. Look at that trend. Isn't that nice? And here it is now. Lagging a little bit, picking up some. Not a leadership position. You look at this and say, I don't think I'm going to get too wrapped up in home building stocks. Good for you. That's why I do this, to help us make better investing decisions. We've got a limited amount of money and time. Let's use them both wisely. S&P growth, lagging, nothing really special there. Small cap, picking up a little bit. picked up on Friday or Thursday, but not on heavy volume. Below the falling 50-day and the 200-day, it's been lagging, okay? Airlines. Nothing really special here, folks. Just the realities of it. Regional banking, lagging. There's nothing really special with it. Mid-cap approached the 50-day and touched it. That was nice to see. Be nice to see the mid-cap start to pick up. That means the rally's broadening out. Oh, look at oil services. You go, gosh, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, it is. And right now, I think we own all the stocks we own with the VIPs. I think we own 12, maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 energy stocks. Why? That's where money's going. And you can't argue with it. They're working for us. Here's oil. Look at this. I'm not saying buy it, but what has it been telling us? Oil's been strong. This is why we've been involved with energy. Okay? By the way, don't think that's going to be the last time I say this in this video. Online retail, look, do a compare and contrast. There's oil, there's online retail. What's that say? I ain't going to be shopping in online retail. There you go. Infrastructure, lagging, nothing really special there. Leave it alone. Pharmaceuticals, the drugs ain't helping here, you know? I'm just teasing. Not a lot of power here, okay? Kind of be careful with that. NASDAQ 100, QQQ, started to lift up and then it gave it all back. It's below the falling 50-day, below the falling 200-day. Would be nice. This is what would be nice. If it could form a little handle here and then take off. That would be a positive. Will it? I don't know. Same thing's true with QLD. Cloud computing, another cloud computing ETF, really lagging. Let me update this here. Yeah, nothing really special there. Silver and gold. Nothing's happening here. It ain't so shiny. Leave it alone. Steel. Going sideways right here. See the price alert I have set? Right there. Potential, but note it fell on fairly heavy volume. This is not in a great position, but it's better than many of them. Here we go. Semiconductors starting to pick back up again. It was great at one time, but you know, look what it did Friday. It gaps down. You're not going to see this setup in any chart book, okay? Saying, well, this is what you look for, okay? Just going to be brutally blunt and tell you. Here's the S&P 500 right here, the spiders, picking up some, all right? Nothing dramatic. What's the best it could do? I already drew it for the team. Form a handle and then lift off. Will it? I don't know. Same thing's true with SSO. We made money on SSO on this entry right here. Right now it's just sitting. Nothing great with it at this point in time. And again, know this. I can't stress this. Please don't think I'm negative. I love stocks. I'm not kidding. You know what I like? The challenge of it. It's so rewarding. It's not about the money. It's good execution. It's good use of the tactics and discipline. It's very satisfying. And when it's not there, we have the discipline to wait. Here's a solar ETF, okay? It's lifting some, but here's the 200-day lumen overhead. It is showing some leadership, and that's good to see. But again, here's the 200-day. Now watch this. Oh yeah, there's some leadership. Yeah, it's picking up, but man, look at all the overhead. So be careful with it. Continue onwards here. Small cap. Make it a little bit bigger for you to see. Picking up a little bit, just like IWM, but below the falling 50-day. Uranium, it's picking up, but nothing profound, okay? Just have to share with you. Oh, what's this? Oh, gee whiz. U.S. oil. Oh, look at that, hitting hot. Gosh, oil stocks. Gee whiz, I wonder. Yeah, they're good, and they've been good. And again, that's why the charts were telling us. The ETFs were saying, better look at energy stocks, Pat. Come on now. And we have. There you go. Now, oh, let me clarify. Oh, am I saying it's going to continue? No, I'm just saying it's leading now. When's it going to stop? I don't know. Nobody knows the future. But again, leading stocks, leading groups, leading stocks. There we go. And that's why we look at the ETFs. Aerospace and defense, it's nothing really great here, is there? Not really. No. Another biotech ETF, lagging. Has a little base right here. Good volume, decent volume. Okay, that's not too bad, but tons of overhead. You think so? Yeah, I think so. There you go. Oh, look at that. 170 to 70. Okay, it's only 100 points of overhead, but some of those sellers are gone. Okay, so small shelf here, possibly. Home builders, I'll make the chart bigger so it's easier for you to say. Lagging, nothing great here. Sectors, this is materials, picking up some. It's above the 50-day, but not a powerful setup. Okay, energy. Oh, energy. Let me see. Energy. What's? Oh yeah, oil. Okay, there you go. Now you see why. Financials are lagging. Nothing really good there. Industrials are lagging. Nothing really good there. Technology is lagging. Nothing really good there. Consumer staples. Nah, there's nothing really good there. Utilities picking up a little bit, kind of a defensive group. I mean, it's okay, you know, utilities. Healthcare's lagging, nothing really to do there. Consumer discretionary, really lagging. I mean, look at this. Look at this, Drew. I mean, it's picking up some, but golly, it's been telling us a while. The consumer's pulled in the horns, been pulling in the horns. Metals and mining picking up a little bit below the 50-day. Fell on really heavy volume here. Not a lot of leadership right there. Oil and gas exploration. The MAXLIST stocks, the big name MAXLIST stocks. Here is Apple, rallied up. This is price and volume talk. A lot of people kind of gloss over the charts. Every price and volume bar talks. Some bars are more important than others, okay? And you don't need to overanalyze it. It's simple, price and volume. It's rallying, volume's okay. Oh, look. It runs up and reverses down on a pickup in volume. Oh, look at this. Gaps up, runs up, and closes down a little bit, but on less volume. Oh, look. It lifts up, but volume's less than these two down bars. And then what's it do? On Friday, it falls on a pickup in volume. These other bars here, we're telling you, there's not a lot of power. Isn't that great? You don't have to forecast. One of the reasons I love emission winners is just looking at price and volume and the open, high, low, close. How does it open? How does it close? And always remember this. The open isn't what counts. The close is what counts. Okay? Good to remember. Here's Amazon right here. We're going to get rid of this for right now. Oh, I put this on here as a service to the VIPs. They're splitting 20 for 1. All right? Know that. Know that. They're splitting 20 for 1. I'll get rid of this. What's the best thing it could do? And again, I don't know what it's going to do after the split. All right? But it would be nice if after the split, you know, and the price would be adjusted, of course, it forms a little handle here, and then it takes out the tops of these bars. I had drawn it earlier for the VIPs. Could it, and I'm not saying it will, form a cup with a handle? Wouldn't that be great? So we'll watch and see what happens. Anyway, Alibaba, showing a little bit of life, little bit, but golly, it's buried below the 200-day. Wow. Be careful with that. BIDU, closer to the 200-day. Want to see a great lesson? Here's Alibaba, and there's the 200-day, the purple line. Here's BIDU, and there's the 200-day. What does it tell you? This one's doing better. It's stronger. And I'm going to show you again. Here's Alibaba. I'm not recommending to buy it. Look at how far it is way below the 200-day. Here's BIDU, closer to the 200-day. It's stronger. So what does it tell us? BIDU is outperforming Alibaba. What do we do with that information? Maybe it's going to form a small handle here and thrust through the 200-day on volume. That could be a potential entry. There you go. Remember, you need volume here. Here's Meta or Facebook, and this is just going sideways. It's basing, but there's not a lot of power there at this point in time, okay? There's not a lot of power on a lot of these MAXLIST stocks at this point in time. Here's Google. I pointed this out to the VIPs. The best thing it could do, I would love this. Go sideways and form a little handle here, and then take out these tops across that line, here and here. And there's also a very valuable lesson here I want to point out to everybody. Don't just think because it's a red bar, it's a bad bar, and just don't think because it's a green bar, it's a good bar. People look at this red bar and go, that's awful. Look at how it closed. It actually gapped down, fell, and closed above where it opened on a pickup in volume. And then look what it did. It lifted. Things to look at. Now, I'm not suggesting you do that setup, especially when below you're all the moving average. You got to be careful. But I just want to explain the nuances of the charts. And folks, if you notice, this isn't rocket science. Okay? We're not doing calculus here. We're not even doing algebra. Okay? It's just simple. Okay, I won't say addition. That would be bad. Never mind. Okay, here we go. Addition and subtraction. I had to do it. Okay, sorry. Anyway, now here's Goldman Sachs. It's lifting up. It's below the 200-day. What could it do? It would be nice, I'm not saying it will, to form a little handle here and then take off. But what's it going to need? It's going to need some good price action and good volume action. Also note, there's not a lot of accumulation in this chart, right? There you go, price and volume action. Here is MasterCard. It's over the 200-day, but it's been lagging, okay? Maybe it's going to form a handle here and lift off. The one good thing is it's one of the MAXLIST stocks that's above the 50-day and the 200-day. There we go. Remember that. Here's Microsoft. Chopping all over the place, all right? Good bar, below the falling 50-day, below the 200-day. But what could it do? And I'll draw it for you. And I'm not saying it will. By the way, please don't think that cup and handles have to be a flat horizontal line. It can have a slight downward slope to it. This bar right here, there's no power on that bar, but there was power on this bar. Gap down and closed near the highs on a big pickup in volume. If Microsoft could, and I'm not saying it will, if it could form a little handle here and then take off through this line here, this cup with handle, on heavy volume, but it's very aggressive, okay? Very aggressive. Better money is made when they're up higher. I'll just tell you that. Here's Netflix. It's, man, talk about it. There's a haircut. Be careful with that. What does this say? There's a tremendous amount of overhead supply. Overhead supply, what is that? That's people that own it up higher. Think there's a little bit of overhead supply in this stock? You think there are people that own this stock at $600 a share and still own it here at 200? I guarantee there are. I bet my life on it. There are. And they're going, every time it goes up a little bit, they'll go, I'm a little bit closer to break even. I'm going to sell. That's called overhead supply. Be careful with it. No real setup here, okay? NVIDIA. Now, this is interesting here. NVIDIA, I need to show this to everybody. This was a clean and simple higher low setup right here. This low was higher than this low, and we bought it here and here, and that was a great run. Right here, it's a tougher higher low. It did lift off, but what did it have? It had news, and that's okay. And now it's just kind of decent price volume relationships. Look at the green bars. Up volume bars are bigger than and more prevalent than down volume bars. What would be nice? Well, team and everybody, I'll show it to you. There's some tops right here, right? And what would be nice? It would be nice if it formed a little handle here and then takes off. I am not saying it's going to, but it would be nice if it did. And now we have a plan. What will it need? It will need a good market. It will need to push through this line, this handle, or this line, and it will need to do it on really good volume. There you go. Now we have a plan. Here's Square. I put this on here just, so people can kind of monitor. It was a MAXLIST stock. It's languishing here. It's tough, folks. You say, oh, that doesn't look too bad. That's the 200-day. Watch this. This is the 200-day. It's 90 points below the 200-day. Ugh. Be careful with that, okay? What is this? All kinds of overhead supply. There's Tesla. Right here. Love the Tesla. Tesla had a higher low setup right here. And bought it 3 times, 3 buys, higher low, boom, boom, boom. That's 300 plus points, folks. That's a trip to the bank. There you go. You know what you call that? It's almost 400 points. That's called sweet potato pie. And I'll tell you what, Elon Musk, if you're listening, you do a great job. Do this. Make a car that's kind of an orange, sweet potato pie. There you go. Anyway, I'll buy one. How about that? Anyway, here we go. Let's move on. What's it doing here? Lifts up, then it falls. What could it do? There's also an important lesson. Be careful chasing stocks. It was below the falling 50-day and the 200-day. What could it do here? Note this distribution in here. And news happened. News came out and it happens. That's part of investing. News is going to happen, all right? So what do we do with it? The best thing it could do, and I'm not saying it will, is go sideways for a week or so, maybe form a handle here. Here's the cup, and here's the handle. That could happen. We'll be ready for it. Twitter Twitter, lifting up a little bit, but there's not anything really special with this. This is some serious selling right here, folks. Look at that. And since then, it's lifted, but not much on volume. We know the news in situation like this, and be careful with news. Any change at all, it could get hit again. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but be aware of it. There's risk there. And then we go Visa. Visa, approaching the 200-day. What do we have here? You have a flat base. There you go. Not a lot of accumulation in it, a little sloppy. It's at the 200-day. It would be nice maybe form a handle here and then lift off. So anyway, that's the MAXLIST stocks. Quite honestly, there's not a lot of things that are really exciting with it. There will be, though. It will happen. And when it does, we'll be ready. We'll be ready financially, but more importantly, we'll be ready psychologically because we didn't get chewed up on all these things. And that's nice.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.